A very good evening, viewers. It's 6 p.m. and you're watching Republic TV. I'm Deepak Suresh Kumar. This is your one-stop destination for all the stories from the length and breadth of the nation, where we give you exclusive reactions and our reporter inputs as well. First up, we're talking about Tollywood actor Samantha being sullied by a Congress minister. Nagarjuna has now filed a defamation case, and many actors have come out in support of Samantha and has called out the mindset of the Congress Mantri in Telangana. We'll get you all the latest updates on that. And the big focus is on the drug cartel's links with the Congress party. And now we have also accessed an exclusive letter which exposes how Congress leader is linked to this particular drug mafia kingpin. Meanwhile, Muda heat continues to intensify on Siddaramaiah. After the Enforcement Directorate filed a complaint, now it has summoned his close aide and Karnataka Urban Development Minister Berates Suresh, further upping the heat on the Karnataka ruling dispensation. Meanwhile, Sadguru has been given a supreme relief by the Supreme Court. About 150 police personnel today visited Isha Foundation upon criminal complaints, but that probe has now been paused by the Supreme Court. And finally, viewers, our focus is also on the Karnataka Congress minister who has berated Veer Savarkar, but has absolved Jinnah, saying that Jinnah was not a fundamentalist, but Veer Savarkar was one. And he also went on to make bizarre claims that Veer Savarkar was also a beef eater. We'll get you all the latest on that, but first, a quick look at the headlines.
Presented by Royal Global University, Northeast can't wait. Pado, kuch bano.
Congress insults Savarkar. Dinesh Gundu Rao, Karnataka minister and former KPCC chairman, has called Savarkar a beef eater.
तुषार गोयल है, जिसका डिक्की गोयल के नाम से सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट है, वो इंडियन यूथ कांग्रेस के आरटीआई सेल का चीफ है। बहुत गंभीर बात है।
BJP targets Congress over the drug mafia crackdown, says that Congress leader is linked to the cartel. Supreme Court stays Tamil Nadu police action against Sadguru's Isha Foundation. Today, supreme relief for Sadguru. Actor Nagarjuna files a defamation case against Congress Minister Sureka over her linking of the divorce to KTR. Another close aide of Siddaramaiah has now been summoned. Berates Suresh, the Karnataka minister, has now been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate.
Presented by Royal Global University, Northeast can't wait. Pado, kuch bano.
First up, viewers, in the biggest drug bust in the national capital in the recent time, this particular seizure of high-profile drugs have now opened a can of worms. The cartel has found links to Pakistan, Dubai, and also South Africa. In fact, after the alleged kingpin behind Delhi's biggest drug bust was found to be a former Congress party worker, Tushar Goel was also arrested by the Delhi police. In fact, Republic TV, your channel, has accessed the Congress party's letter from 2022 where Tushar Goel was appointed as the chairman of the RTI department of the Delhi Youth Congress. Meanwhile, the grand old party has disassociated itself from the entire claim being made by the BJP.
Delhi Police's special cell has made the biggest ever drug bust. 560 kilograms of cocaine, 40 kilograms of marijuana, 22 cartons of drugs worth over rupees 2,000 crore was seized from Delhi's Mahipalpur area.
And this international drug syndicate was busted yesterday night by a team of DCP Amit Kaushik and ACP Kailash Pest. This information had initially come to us from a central intelligence agency. We have arrested 4 persons and recovered 562 kg of cocaine, which is one of the biggest haul in recent times.
3 other accused have been arrested in connection with the case. Tushar's driver Aurangzeb, friend Himanshu and client Bharat Jain, who was running the cartel in Maharashtra.
Right now we are standing just at South Delhi's Mahipalpur region. This is Mahipalpur extension area. This is the very premise which is basically owned by Tushar Goyal. Tushar Goyal is the mastermind of this international drug racket. So what has happened that last night Delhi police has arrived over here and they have recovered drug consignment worth 5,600 crore. And apart from Tushar Goyal, Delhi police have also arrested Mr. Aurangzeb, who has been identified as a driver of Mr. Tushar Goyal.
Now the kingpin Tushar Goyal's link to the Congress party has surfaced. Goyal, who himself comes from a wealthy South Delhi family from Vasant Vihar, identified himself as the Delhi Youth Congress's RTI cell chairman. His pictures with Haryana Congress leader Dipender Hooda have also surfaced ahead of the October 5th elections.
मेरा सवाल है, मैं अपनी जानकारी के लिए और देश के लिए पूछना चाहता हूं, तुषार गोयल का 5,000 करोड़ के ड्रग्स रैकेट में जो आए हैं, कांग्रेस के पदाधिकारी हैं, हुड्डा परिवार के साथ इनके संबंध क्या हैं, भूपेंद्र हुड्डा जी, दीपेंद्र हुड्डा जी बताएं इनकी कितनी घनिष्ठता है, और कांग्रेस पार्टी बताए कि इस ड्रग्स का पैसा कितना हरियाणा के चुनाव में लगा है।
बहनों और भाइयों, ये ड्रग माफिया हो या खनन माफिया, ये भू माफिया हो या पशु माफिया, ये संगठित अपराध में संलिप्त माफिया हो या कोई भी माफिया, ये समाज के लिए समाज के विकास का सबसे बड़ी बाधा है।
जो मुख्य आरोपी है, जो किंगपिन है, जिसका नाम तुषार गोयल है, जिसका डिक्की गोयल के नाम से सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट है, वो इंडियन यूथ कांग्रेस के आरटीआई सेल का चीफ है। बहुत गंभीर बात है।
The Congress, however, has distanced itself from the kingpin.
The person involved has been sacked from the party in 2021. How are we connected with that? And secondly, that we are not preventing the government, or we are not asking the government not to proceed against the guilty.
In fact, the drug cartel has been found to have links in Dubai and Pakistan as well. The consignment originated from South Africa.
The appointment letter that you see right now on your screens that have been accessed by Republic TV goes on to indicate that he was basically appointed as the RTI cell head. Tushar Goyal that you see right now on your screens, and I'm going to read out from the letter that has been accessed. I'm hereby pleased to appoint you as the chairman RTI department of the Delhi Pradesh Congress. Now, the Congress party says that he has already been expelled, and there is no reason why the BJP should be linking Tushar Goyal to the Congress party when he has already been expelled. The reality is this: the drug kingpin who has been sourcing this drug all the way from South America is now in custody of the Delhi Police Special Cell. The money that was basically generated from the drug that was being distributed further, the police basically suspects that this was actually being used for political purposes. Now that's a suspicion at this point in time. It's a matter of investigation which is underway at this stage.
बीजेपी ने एक पोस्टर दिखाया है, दीपेंद्र हुड्डा के साथ फोटो है सर, 500 करोड़ की कोकीन पकड़ी गई है दिल्ली के अंदर। सर आपने उसकी फोटो अनिल जैन के साथ भी है, अनिल जैन के साथ भी फोटो से क्या मतलब? तो कैसा पकड़ा मेरे क्या फोटो से क्या?
The police, meanwhile, are now probing a narco-terror link to the case. The drug bust has opened a can of worms. It remains to be seen how many more are associated with the case.
Now, viewers, putting himself in the eye of a massive storm, Karnataka Minister and former KPCC Chief Dinesh Gundu Rao has labelled nationalist poet and saffron ideologue Vinayak Damodar Savarkar as a non-vegetarian who even consumed beef and did not oppose cow slaughter. Speaking at a public event in Karnataka, the state Congress leader also drew a direct parallel between Savarkar and Pakistan's founder President Mohammad Ali Jinnah, claiming that the latter wasn't a fundamentalist, unlike the saffron ideologue. The BJP now has come out all guns blazing at Dinesh Gundu Rao, saying that he merely followed the template on Savarkar set by his leader, Rahul Gandhi.
In a shocker, Congress leader Dinesh Gundu Rao called revered nationalist poet and saffron ideologue Vinayak Damodar Savarkar a beef eater. Speaking at a public event, the Karnataka minister claimed Savarkar was a non-vegetarian despite being a Brahmin. In more bile against the nationalist poet and freedom fighter who was incarcerated at the infamous cellular jail in the Andamans, Gundu Rao claimed that Savarkar never came out against cow slaughter. Not stopping at this, the Congress leader drew a direct comparison between Savarkar and Pakistan's founding father and the first president of the country, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. The minister claimed that unlike Savarkar, who was a fundamentalist, Jinnah was more liberal in his outlook and even ate pork.
But definitely, as a Brahmin, he was eating meat, and he was openly propagating eating meat. So, ಆ ಒಂದು ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ಹಂಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೋದ್ರೆ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾರು ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ವೆಜಿಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಅವನು ಕೂಡ ಇವನ್ ಜಿನ್ನಾ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅದರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಹಂಗೆ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ he was never a hardcore Islamist believer. He used to drink wine or even ಅವರು ಕೂಡ pork ತಿಂತಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
The BJP came down heavily on the Congress over Gundu Rao's statement, saying he was only towing the line of his leader Rahul Gandhi in berating the nationalist poet.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इस प्रकार से सावरकर जी के ऊपर गलत बयानी करना ये राहुल गांधी ने जो शुरू किया है उसी को आगे ले जाने का प्रयास ये लोग।
Savarkar's grandnephew, Ranjit Savarkar, also lashed out at the Congress, saying it was in the habit of defaming and insulting the freedom fighter.
So, first reaction is I am going to sue this person, and henceforth we have decided that every person who defames Savarkar will be sued in the court.
Not just he went on to say that Veer Savarkar was a beef eater. He also mentions that he was a Brahmin and being a Brahmin, he was a beef eater. Don't you think this is not the first time that they have made such kind of statement?
See, he has unmasked his true self, that is the true self of Congress, that they want to divide Hindus into caste and rule. Divide and rule is a British policy adopted by them. Secondly, Veer Savarkar's article was not for calling for cow slaughter. His article was Go Pujan Nave, Go Palanave.
As the Congress comes out against Savarkar yet again, the big question is, why berate a national icon and freedom fighter time and again for appeasement?
It seems like back-to-back embarrassment for the Congress party viewers. First, we told you about the drug cartel's links to the Congress party. Then we told you about Dinesh Gundu Rao, a Congress minister in Karnataka, insulting Savarkar, a national icon. And now another Congress leader, this time from Telangana, Konda Sureka, has quoted a massive controversy after linking former Telangana minister and the Bharatiya Rashtriya Samiti leader K.T. Rama Rao to the divorce of prominent South Indian actor Samantha Ruth Prabhu. Now the remark drew fire from both Samantha and her divorced husband, actor Naga Chaitanya, facing howls of protest. The minister later withdrew her statement. Here's a report.
Telangana Congress leader Konda Sureka found herself at the center of a massive controversy after making an explosive claim on prominent South Indian actor Samantha Ruth Prabhu. The Congress leader, who's also a Telangana minister, tied Samantha's divorce with actor Naga Chaitanya to Telangana leader of opposition and former minister K.T. Rama Rao. In a personal attack on KTR, the Congress leader said that the BRS number 2 is responsible for many actresses leaving the Telugu film industry and marrying early. The remark, however, drew a scathing response from Samantha and her ex-husband, asking politicians to stay away from their personal lives. Facing flack over her bizarre remark, the minister later withdrew her comment. The ruling Congress, meanwhile, issued a statement on the controversy, distancing the party from the leader's remark.
We don't agree the statement given by Konda Sureka. But you have to understand...
She's your minister?
Yes, yes. Even then, see, the density of anger. Konda Sureka's anger was on KTR. You have to go back to the original story also. For the last 3-4 days, Sureka was trolled in a very bad manner. KTR's aides, Berates Savarkar.
Amid the raging row over the Congress leader's remark, the big question is, why intrude into an actor's personal life for political point scoring?
Viewers, allegations of evidence destruction, shady land dealings, and now a fresh summons to his close aide, Berates Suresh, by the Enforcement Directorate, all adding to the growing fire. Siddaramaya's political fortress is now under siege, and his grip is weakening because the investigation is accelerating and the pressure is also immense on the Chief Minister. Is this where Siddaramaya's empire begins to crumble because of the Muda scam taint? The countdown has begun and there seems to be no escape for the Chief Minister.
Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaya is in serious trouble with the Muda scam putting him in a tight spot. The pressure is mounting and now the heat has cornered him as a new allegation surface. Another fresh complaint has been filed against Siddaramaya, intensifying his legal woes. According to complainant Pradeep Kumar, Siddaramaya allegedly destroyed crucial evidence related to 14 land sites. The complainant also drags Yatinder Siddaramaya into the controversy, naming him as a partner in the shading dealings. Pradeep Kumar has demanded a full-scale investigation into the evidence destruction and wants a case registered. Allegations claim that evidence was deliberately wiped out with the direct involvement of Muda officials to reclaim the sites.
For ED was raised by Snehamai Krishna, and when he spoke to Republic Kannada regarding this complaint, he clearly said that this complaint filed in ED is not particularly related to those 14 cases of CM's wife, but he has doubts and also accessed several documents regarding the illegalities regarding the Muda site allotment. And Snehamai Krishna had also said that there may be 5,000 crores of disappropriation regarding the Muda site allotments. So he has filed a case regarding this in ED.
Meanwhile, the Enforcement Directorate has intensified the probe under PMLA against Siddaramaya with no signs of backing off. Karnataka Urban Development Minister Berates Suresh, Siddaramaya's close confidant, has been summoned by the ED, adding to the Chief Minister's woes. The mounting pressure on Siddaramaya is becoming impossible to ignore. The mounting pressure on Chief Minister Siddaramaya is undeniable.
Yesterday, I think, entire night. So, with respect, because they are very high in position, they are a model to us. So that's why I said I will ready to resign. Two choices there. Already respected retired Lokayukta Santosh Hegde given the statement. Siddaramaya have to resign.
With fresh allegations piling up and key aides being summoned, the noose is tightening. Will Siddaramaya manage to navigate through the storm, or is this the beginning of the end of his political stronghold? The investigation is gaining momentum and the clock is ticking. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Now moving on, the Supreme Court viewers took over a case filed originally before the Madras High Court against Isha Foundation, which is run by spiritual leader and motivator Sadguru. The case pertains to a petition filed by a former professor claiming that his daughters were influenced and brainwashed into staying at the ashram run by his foundation. The Isha Foundation earlier moved the Supreme Court challenging the petition filed with the Madras High Court, and the Supreme Court blocked any sort of action in the probe. Take a look at this story.
The Supreme Court on Thursday took over a criminal case against the Isha Foundation, which is run by spiritual leader Sadguru. The case was filed on a petition which was earlier in the Madras High Court. The petition was filed by a retired professor claiming that his two daughters were brainwashed into staying at the ashram run by the foundation. The Isha Foundation moved the apex court challenging the Madras High Court order. Confirming the transfer of the criminal case, the Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, directed no action against the Isha Foundation till further orders. Senior Supreme Court advocate Mukul Rohatgi, who is representing the foundation, listed the matter for urgent hearing on Thursday.
The Madras High Court had ordered a probe into all the cases registered against the organization, and 150 plus police along with other people had entered the headquarters and begun investigation and collecting report of it. It is in this context that the Isha Foundation went to the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice of India in fact has criticized the action done by the police and stated that how can an army of police officers enter such institution. The CGI also spoke to the two women in question, and they have also stated that they are living as per their volition and nobody has coerced or forced them to stay within the foundation itself. Meanwhile, the Isha Foundation has given a statement that they welcome the intervention by the Supreme Court. As the case is sub judice, they don't want to comment further. Republic also tried to contact Kamaraj, and he also stated that being sub judice, he does not want to comment on this at the moment.
With the case now in the apex court, it is a measure of relief for the foundation till the next hearing in the matter.
Well, viewers, that's all we could pack for you in this edition of Across the Republic. Stay tuned as we bring you live and breaking stories after a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
Today, Iran launched nearly 200 ballistic missiles towards targets in Israel. The United States military coordinated closely with the Israeli Defense Forces to help defend Israel against this attack. U.S. naval destroyers joined Israeli air defense units in firing interceptors to shoot down inbound missiles. President Biden and Vice President Harris monitored the attack and the response from the White House Situation